I was cautioned recently by a friend that I try too hard to put things together that probably should never be put together in the first place. Then I had this weird dream this week that I was at the beach and I mentioned how bright the sun was. And then I was corrected by those around me who said that that light is coming from everything. God created the sun just so we'd have something to point to. I don't seem to get it right even in my dreams. I was struck by how even objective reality can be seen as limiting, at least from God's perspective, but it's only limiting to us. That's why he gave us the sun to point to. Welcome. Welcome to Illinois Bridging Awareness. I'm Stanley Smith at Illinois Bridging Awareness. We're talking the talk and walking the walk in our waking life and in our sleeping self. We've been listening for the message of the silent narrator and what he's trying to tell us. We've been looking at voices from the past to illustrate some of the lessons everyone will learn in this life, whether they know it or not. We can read the book or go see the movie, but most of us are just living the story in real time, in the real time of our own lives. We've learned from those who came before us that we have our waking self, our sleeping self, and our silent narrator. Also, the idea that there's a difference between religion and having a religious experience. We've looked at Joseph Campbell, Marianne Williamson, and Peter Marshall. This week, we'll look at Norman Vincent Peale and the power of positive thinking. Norman Vincent Peale says that we have the power and that we should use our life force. Religions contend with other religions, and governments contend with other governments. It has very little to do with us, really. We're not supposed to give too much deference to any of it. It's just a backdrop to what we're here to do, what we're supposed to be doing, which is loving one another. Jesus was the king of a failed religion, and Norman Vincent Peale didn't come to found a new church. He came to give us the tools to navigate our way out of mistaken thought and action. He wasn't trying to sell us something. He was giving us the tools to reclaim our power and get on with the living of our lives. I ran into a guy visiting from India this week at a dinner party. I asked him why Prime Minister Modi got such bad press. He said it's because there's a lot of corruption in India and that the bad people just don't want to go away. I remember when Mr. Modi was elected, there was a picture of him on the front page of the New York Times leading a national day of yoga that he had instituted on his first day in office. My new Indian friend told me that everyone in India is Hindu, even if they believe different things, which many of them do. He said Hindu is a lifestyle and not a religion. You can call it a religion if you want, but they don't have creeds, rules, or doctrine. He said rules are a judgmental person's dream come true. In the West, being Christian could be seen as a way of life too, but in the evangelical lexicon of you must be saved, it often sounds pretty judgmental. My Hindu friend said a lot of what goes on in the world is related to patterns of mistaken thought and corresponding actions. Perhaps we are trying too hard to figure it all out. Sometimes it's a mistaken premise to begin with. Lisa Edwardson shared that she sometimes feels and wonders if she spends too much time trying to fix broken things or knit things back together like jobs, relationships, and situations that maybe just need to end. There's a lot of weird narratives out there right now. I was recently asked if Q is considered a religion. Just as Norman Vincent Peale's power of positive thinking permeated popular thought in the 50s and 60s, so has Q theory in our time, on both the right and the left. Wild theories exist that point to the idea of dramatic change and reconciliation of seemingly disparate things through fantastical means. We point to the sun, but apparently conspiracy is now coming from everywhere. I don't follow Q, but I talk to people who do, and I listen to trends of thought. Over the course of time, I've seen Q narratives cross over into mainstream thinking, into the news, and across the political spectrum. This week, we'll look at Norman Vincent Peale and the power of positive thinking. And we'll ask the question, is Q a religion or is it religious experience? We can put things together or just let them be. Maybe we'll figure it out and maybe we won't, but we can do that together. If you would like to join us at Illinois Bridging Awareness, the Saturday call is every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.